There is something strangely satisfying about pulling a dedicated camera out of your pocket instead of just reaching for your phone. This little Sony Cybershot is a reminder of a time when cameras were simple, focused, and honestly, just fun to carry around. It is incredibly compact, fitting into a jeans pocket without that annoying bulge, and it has a certain tactile charm that modern touchscreens just cannot replicate. The build is lightweight, maybe a bit plasticky for some, but that makes it the kind of device you don't mind tossing into a bag for a weekend trip. Now, the lens is where things get interesting. It starts at a 26mm equivalent, which is wide enough to actually capture a decent landscape or a group of friends in a tight room without having to back up into a wall. You get a 4x optical zoom, which reaches out to about 100 form. It is not going to get you close-up shots of birds in the trees, but for everyday street photography or capturing details at a family dinner, it does the job perfectly well. The sensor shift stabilization is a nice touch, too. It helps keep things steady when you are zoomed in, which is a lifesaver because, let's be honest, nobody has perfectly still hands. What really stands out is the sweep panorama mode. It is one of those features that feels like a party trick until you actually use it to capture a massive view that you just couldn't fit into a single frame otherwise. You just hold the button and pan across, and the camera stitches it together on the fly. It is surprisingly smooth. Then there is the iAuto mode. If you are the type of person who just wants to point, click, and move on without fiddling with ISO or white balance, this thing handles the heavy lifting for you. It recognizes the scene and adjusts the settings so you don't end up with a blurry mess. The face detection and smile shutter are classic features that still hold up today. It is actually quite funny to watch the camera wait for a grin before it snaps the photo. It takes the pressure off trying to time the perfect shot. However, it is not all perfect. The 2.7-inch screen is a bit dated by today's standards, and in bright, direct sunlight, you might find yourself squinting a bit to see what you are framing. Also, since it uses a CCD sensor, it is not exactly a low-light monster. If you are shooting in a dark bar or at night, you are going to see some grain, so keep that in mind. The menu system is straightforward, though it feels like a relic from a different era. It is not as snappy as a modern smartphone, but it is logical enough that you won't be digging through manuals to figure out how to change the flash settings. It records video in AVI format, which is fine for quick clips, but don't expect cinema-grade quality here. This is a tool for stills, through and through. If you're looking for something to replace your high-end mirrorless setup, this isn't it. But if you want a dedicated, no-fuss camera that captures decent, nostalgic-looking photos without the distractions of notifications and apps, this little Sony has a lot of heart. It is a simple, honest piece of tech that does exactly what it says on the box.
Check out the video description for updated price. And thank you for watching this video.